Enhancing Well-Being via Nutrition is the title of the second track. We are very excited to have a lot of amazing experts on our jury panel for this track. Please, when posing a question, we kindly ask the jury members to introduce themselves, and I will really appreciate that. If you want to ask a question, please just raise your hand so my colleagues can see you and pass you the microphone. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are ready to start. I just briefly mentioned the rule. We have each contestant will have exactly 3 minutes for the presentation, and after the presentation is finished, we will have additional 2 minutes for questions from the jury members. And we will start tracking the time after the first question is finished. Okay, I think we are all set. So please welcome, give him a big applause as they are really nervous. First contestant of the track, Glenn Mathijssen, co-founder and CEO at Alberts. Hello. Glenn Mathijssen. Sorry for misspelling the name.
No problem. No
okay,
problem.
I wish you the best of luck. You have 3 minutes.
Thank you very much, Kasia. So, good morning, everybody. My name is Glenn Mathijssen, CEO and co-founder of Alberts. We are active in the food robotics space. We try to make healthy food really easy. Just 2 doors next here in the meeting room, we have our solution, which is the first food robot that can make healthy smoothies and hot soups starting from raw ingredients. So please come take a look. We drove 14 hours with the truck to serve it to you, so please come take a look. So, what do? We try to solve a problem. The consumers are asking for healthy food on the go 24/7, however, are often faced with a machine that is only selling you plastic and sugar. On the other hand, FMCG brands are now faced with the reality that Europe is imposing more and more laws on the packaging in which their products are being sold. So we work with the vending operators as our channel towards the market. They're faced with a problem as well, because either they get new technology, which is not that new at all, like a healthy fridge that is actually serving plastically wrapped, fresher food that is often wasted. Or on the other hand, they get food robots that are way too expensive and way too difficult to operate. So we try to solve that. We've developed in the last years the Alberts One, a device that we hope ticks all the boxes. So on the one hand, we have healthy, unprocessed food. So it's raw food in the machine. You can come see it 2 doors next here. We have a personalization option. People can make their own recipes. No packaging, either paper or reusable. Machines can be profitable within 12 months. Operators, of course, really like this. And then lastly, there is no food waste. Everything is frozen, so we don't waste anything. And the machine is operable. Let's say it's robot enough to stand out, but it's machine enough to operate. Lastly, if you take a look, how we go to that market is via these vending operators. So I'm here at these fairs to meet people like you, but on the side, I'm always at vending fairs to try to really go to market and push these machines out. If we take a look at how we work, we sell these machines towards vending operators, and they operate these machines just like any other machine. So it can be a coffee machine or a snack machine. We get a return on the ingredients we sell to them for the lifetime of the machine, and a return on the profitability of the machine. So we do a revenue share. How we go to the market. So we have been experimenting ourselves for the last 6 years on the market. Our philosophy is once it's safe, put it out there. So we have been trialing with 14 devices that were produced over the last 5 years. And now we have a production unit in Belgium that can produce the machines. We are setting them out now with the first vending operators. So these are, like I said, the people on site that do your your snack machines or your coffee machines. And then one of the market leaders there, or the market leader actually is Selecta. So we are growing from where we did everything ourselves towards where the operators are operating our machines today. I see I have some seconds, so I just want to highlight the team and thank everybody who is supporting us. And I'm happy to take any questions you want about our growth.
Thank you, Glenn, for a great presentation. I can take the remote, so it will not disturb you. Okay, so we have time for questions. Yes, we have here on the right. Thank you.
Hello, Diana Roczynski from European Innovation Council. Hello, Glenn. We met in the past, but no conflict of interest. Just wanted to understand a bit more about how you are ensuring the freshness of the ingredients in the machines.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's a very good question. So basically what vending operators want is they want to have shelf-stable products. So for two reasons. They don't want to waste, they don't want to have a negative P&L line, and they don't want to have stress in their supply chain. How we solve it is by having frozen food. So we have frozen product at minus 18 degrees. That means that all the products are stable for 12 months from the point we repack them. And inside the machine, everything is frozen as well. So again, at minus 18 degrees. So as long as we can secure the temperature chain, everything is secured on a hygiene level on the products. The machine is self-cleaning on the blender side. So we have a self-cleaning unit on the blender, and the products are at minus 18 degrees. That's our balance, let's say.
We have here a second question.
Thank you, Glenn, for this presentation.
Yes.
I was lucky enough to try some of your products yesterday, and they taste really, really good.
It's a good start.
And my question is with regards to sustainability, because I know you're doing a lot with the packaging side, but I wonder, because in order to keep the fruits and the vegetables frozen, of course, you have to use a lot of energy. So how do you go about that, and do you do any calculation in terms of your energy usage?
Yeah, it's a very good question. So basically, in the full food chain, we waste about 1/3 of the food. So how we see it is that we have fruits that generally need to be refrigerated by default. What we do is we freeze them. Freezing means that you do need more energy, but the jump from refrigerating to freezing is actually relatively small. In return, we have zero waste, so we don't throw away anything. So that's how, in the end, on the bottom line, let's say, we still win. And then, of course, we also have the packaging. If you take a look at a smoothie factory, they say they make smoothies, but actually they make plastic bottles with smoothies. We can do that in any packaging, either reusable or either paper packaging. So that's how we approach that angle.
Okay, thank you, Glenn. We have 10 seconds, so there is no time for a question and answering. Thank you very much for a great presentation. It was Glenn, first contestant in this round. And now please welcome Gabriela Trubowitz, Business Development Manager, EXOSOMM. Hello.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
I wish you best of luck. Your 3 minutes starts now, Gabriela.
Thank you so much. 3 in 5 people suffer from inflammatory-related diseases. Excessive inflammation is harmful to our bodies. And the anti-inflammatory drugs available today have incredibly negative side effects. So people are looking for natural alternatives, and this is where EXOSOMM comes in. Food as medicine. When we were breastfed as babies, we were protected from a long list of diseases. This protection stems from something in the milk called exosomes, nanonutrients that contain RNA inside. These exosomes have the power to balance inflammation in the body naturally, not only in babies, but also in us adults. But obviously, mother milk isn't commercially scalable. But our research found that the same exosomes that exist in mother's milk, in human mother's milk, exist also in cow milk. So you may ask yourself, why not go to the supermarket, drink some more milk? Unfortunately, the milk that you buy from your supermarket doesn't contain exosomes because the industrial dairy process destroys them. So at EXOSOMM, we are reclaiming this natural gift. Our technology is a proprietary method of extracting exosomes from cow milk, gently and naturally, concentrating them and creating a bioactive ingredient that can be added into food to treat inflammation naturally. We are bringing back the natural therapeutic power of milk. Our team is a combination of brilliant university researchers along with business leaders who have a great track record of building startups in the food sector from scratch to M&A. With our collective expertise in the food industry, we know that exosomes will completely shatter the food as medicine landscape, and we have data to prove it. Our data shows great outcomes, and we've seen a 90% reduction in gut inflammation after consuming exosomes. For a Crohn's patient, this is a dramatic relief in their gut pain. And we have 2 patent families, with 1 already granted in the US because we are the first in the world to reveal this technology. We have an incredibly fast speed to market, and we are projected to start selling by 2025 because we have regulatory clearance, we have a strategic partnership with the biggest food company in Israel, and we have a fully equipped factory already producing at a production capacity level. And our first target is the Crohn's and colitis segment due to the unmet need in the market. Our vision is creating a wide platform of exosome-based products to help people who suffer from inflammation on all different types of indications. Join us in revolutionizing the food as medicine landscape by bringing back the natural therapeutic power of milk. Thank you.
Thank you, Gabriela, for a presentation.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we have first question.
Hello.
Hi, Nitin Lal ICOS Capital. You need to get your claims approved by EFSA and FDA, right? So that'll be a process as well to get them approved?
Yeah, so what's really interesting about our product is that it's actually a food regulation pathway. So even though we have the efficacy of medication, we have a 90% reduction in gut inflammation, we have the pathway of food regulation. So right now, we have preclinical studies that we've conducted over a long period of time, and currently we have clinical trials being conducted on humans, and by 2024, we are projected to secure full clinical validation in Crohn's and colitis patients.
Hi, Mika from Nordic Food Tech VC here.
Sorry.
Who are your customers and what are the applications that they would like to include your ingredient? And do they see the value and are they willing to pay?
So a couple things on that note. We project to have both medical food and nutraceuticals, and we're actively looking for food companies and medical companies, particularly food companies who want to add our bioactive ingredient into their existing branded products in order to leverage their health positioning. And we have spoken to these food companies, and it's very clear that they're constantly looking for real scientific-backed ingredients in order to add into their products.
Hi, Anne-Marie Butler with Edlong. I'm just wondering, what have you seen as the impact of that secondary processing? So putting it into food, does that impact the efficacy? And how did you deliver that 90% reduction in inflammation? Was it through a beverage? Was it through a food? What was it?
So it's important to note that we are pre-revenue, meaning we haven't begun selling. But what we plan to do is to collaborate with these food companies to ensure that our processes align and that we can still ensure the bioactivity in the products. But we have a unique product, which is actually a powdered product. So we do see that there's going to be great results with this type of collaboration.
Okay. Thank you, Gabriela, for answering questions. Thank you very much. Big applause for Gabriela.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I can see the next contestant is ready. Please welcome Riccardo Bottiroli, CTO, Foreverland Food. Riccardo, the remote for you. 3 minutes. Good luck.
So, ciao everybody. I'm Riccardo, and when we started Foreverland, we wanted to solve a problem. I mean, cocoa price is crazy today. Most of people in the food industry knows. Production practices are also often unsustainable, and climate change poses several questions on the survival of this crop in the future. What we created is an alternative, cacao-free, made with the Mediterranean salt that we call free cow. Mediterranean because we start from carob. I don't know how many people in the room knows carob. It's actually a Mediterranean crop that is highly resistant against climate change. And we're actually upcycling it because right now only the seed of this legume is used to produce a thickening agent in the industry. So we take carob, we apply some state-of-the-art technologies like roasting, fermentation, biocatalysis, and then by blending with other ingredients, including an alternative to cocoa butter, we create our chocolate in the form of drops, liquid or blocks. The resulting product is a product that we consider better for the people and the planet. From the people side, everyone can eat it because the formula is 100% allergen-free, and we don't use any artificial ingredient in it. Another important value for us is taste. We have a stand. Please, after this today, all day, you can come and taste our products. From the planet side, we see that by using our solution, companies can reduce up to 80% of water consumption and CO2 emission. Right now, we are setting up production facilities in the south of Italy, in Puglia, where we are aiming to internalize the production of our products, targeting a maximum production per year of 1,000 tons that will be sold B2B to several clients, depending on the needs. However, our vision goes way beyond chocolate. Indeed, beside chocolate, we already developed some allergen-free, cocoa-free spread. We're working on a peanut butter alternative, and our biggest milestone in the future is also to target beanless coffee as for the same issue that I explained about chocolate. All this cannot be done with an amazing team. Alongside with me in the founding team, there are other three people, 2 more on the business side, 1 more on the NPD. And together we have a team of international people spacing from business, marketing, NPD, and R&D, on which we are targeting to move on and to change this industry radically. That's all for now. If you have any questions, please.
You still have half a minute.
We can talk about something else while we wait for the question.
Great presentation. Thank you very much.
Yep.
I can take the remote. Okay, let's start the Q&A session.
Hello.
Here.
Here.
On the left.
Since you mentioned, the pricing of cocoa on the market as kind of major problem that you're trying to address, but you didn't say anything about the pricing of your product. Can you say something about that?
Thanks for asking. So, of course, we try to be cost competitive with cocoa when the cocoa price was normal, let's say. Right now, our product is sold at 50 to 60% cheaper than the current price of cocoa and chocolate, but it's something that is the market driven, but for us the goal is to really be competitive when the cocoa price will be more stable, and on that we are already targeting, once we internalize in the demo plant, 25 to 30% discount. That comes a lot from the raw material side, because carob as a byproduct is largely available and extremely cheap at the moment.
What is your go-to-market, and where are you at with respect to getting it accepted by the industry? Because chocolate and cocoa is a very specific industry.
Yeah, so we are working on multiple channels. So we have in the pipeline some launch with some brands in the food space that are interested not only on the price but also on other, let's say, added value that they can bring, allergen-free. The fact that we use carob allows us to have 50% less sugar than regular milk chocolate. So we are starting by that, and at the same time we are talking with the big players in order to find ways to collaborate with them. The biggest driver there is, from one side, price, but more price stability, because they're really looking for a stable solution to address. But we are working on both sides. And in terms of acceptability, we are working a lot on delivering our message also with an ingredient brand that could help them to decide to start this journey with us, basically.
Okay, we have 15 seconds, so I believe there will be no time for answering the question. Thank you very much, Riccardo, for a presentation. Big applause, of course. And now please give a warm welcome to Nasib Naseri, CEO and co-founder at GOVA. Hello, Nasib. 3 minutes. It's not long, but this is what we have. Look at those faces here, very supportive and smiling. Okay, so I wish you best of luck. Your 3 minutes starts now.
So our mission at GOVA is to make white sugar healthier. And why is that? First, we started our startup to solve the problem with natural sweeteners. Natural sweeteners have problem with shelf life. They are not that much stable, and their biggest problem, they have aftertaste. But when we talk with our customers, we realize what they really want is sugar. Then we change our strategy, where we start thinking why we want to replace white sugar, why we don't improve it. Because sugar is such an incredible ingredient. It works in all pH, in all different temperatures, and we have it in all our food and drinks and desserts. So it's very massive change to completely replace sugar. So that's why we change our focus onto only improve white sugar. So how we do this? Our main and core solution is molecular encapsulation. So right now, this is our latest research from our laboratories. We can encapsulate up to 50% of white sugar molecule. And we have 2 patents for our technology, and there we got very good feedback from Finland, no prior art, and right now it's in PCT, so we can apply patent to other countries. The industry, as you all know, it's very big. So right now we are focused mainly to industrial sugar, to produce sugar ourselves, but a lot healthier. So we have different models how we want to do this, but first we can do licensing, co-branding, but our core and main goal in the end to produce white sugar, healthy white sugar ourselves. And this is our core team. I have background in sonochemistry, I'm chemical engineer, and our CTO has a PhD in molecular encapsulation. Thank you.
Very much, thank you. You still had 40 seconds. Great presentation. So yes, we have first question here.
Hi, thank you for your pitch. My name is Rubin and I work for Rabo Investments. As you mentioned at the start of your pitch, sugar really acts as a very efficient bulk ingredient as well.
Yeah.
So I wonder, your product, is it a one-on-one replacer with sugar or is it sweeter? Because if it's sweeter, then it needs to be added with other bulk ingredients and there's reformulation needed. So how do you go about that?
Yeah, it is one-to-one replacement. So the final product, we just change how right now we make the white sugar, the production from the beginning till the end, but in the end the product is the same. And that everything is the same, but the amount of calories is a lot lower. Right now we are up to 90%, the calorie is lower, but we have the functionality and taste and look just like sugar, yes.
That's great. Sorry, small follow-up questions. Are functionalities 100% the same as sugar?
Yes, that was the main goal, that we make the white sugar just healthier, if that's the only issue white sugar has.
Okay, cool, thank you.
We had, no, it's okay.
So we have 2 additional issues. The first one is functionality, and you tick the box from what I see. You have another issue with price. Where do you stand versus sugar? And the third issue is regulatory. Regulatory. Allulose has been submitted in Europe since many years and is still there waiting for approval. It's authorized in US and it's not flying. Why should your sugar fly?
Because we did already our research. We worked with a company in Finland called Food West, that they did all the checking. There is no regulation because we don't make any change to sugar molecules. So it still is the white sugar molecule. So there is no regulation. We don't need to apply for any regulatories. And another thing, the price. Right now, first our price was €1.50 per kilo. And as our research went forward, and then it was €1 per kilo, and now we can produce 50 cents per kilo. So we can compete with the price. We can make even cheaper because the way we produce white sugar, the yield is better than the current white sugar.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Nasib. Thank you for presentation and answering the questions. Big applause, of course, for Nasib. And I can see the next contestant is also ready. So please give a warm welcome to Cameron Martino, founder and CEO, Leaven Foods. Hello. Big applause in the entrance. Okay, your remote. You have 3 minutes, and I wish you good luck.
Thank you. 30% of the food we eat globally is fermented. For most of human history, that was done through natural fermentation, which contains a complex community of microorganisms, multiple species that work together to ferment the food. In the late 1800s, single species cultures emerged, like baker's yeast, which allowed fermentation to scale quickly and globally into a factory setting. Despite there being a consensus in the research community that microbial communities provide higher quality fermented foods. There hasn't been a commercial adoption because it's extremely expensive to create complex microbial communities, cultures to provide to fermented food producers. This has led to two problems. The first one, if you're already using a defined culture like baker's yeast, you can't switch to natural fermentation without losing scale. And if you're using natural fermentation and that's your only option, like cacao fermentation and chocolate, you have to deal with issues in controlling your fermentation that's causing a lot of food loss. Our proprietary platform allows us to take the 100 strains that are found in a complex microbial community, found in natural fermentations, and reduce it to a subset that maintains all of the functionality of the original natural fermentation, but in a small subset of the strains that's cost-effective to sell. We're starting in two areas, which is upgrading existing cultures and making cultures for new markets like cacao and coffee. And then we have our platform, which allows us to build new products quickly and cost-effectively, which will allow us to move into a lot of other areas. Our flagship product is in baked goods. It's a one-to-one replacement for baker's yeast. It requires no adaptation from the person making the food. It's dry and shelf stable, so it requires no cold chain, and it works across a broad level of baked good categories. It benefits both consumers and producers of baked goods. For the producer, it allows them to remove or reduce the amount of additives that they're using currently. Basically, our microbes do the biochemistry for them, so they don't need to add additives to their dough. And then for the consumer, it makes the bread healthier. So it has a low glycemic index with only this one change. It makes the minerals and vitamins more bioavailable so that your body actually absorbs them. And it reduces a lot of the sugars that are left behind right now by baker's yeast, which leaves people feeling bloated after they consume a lot of baked goods. The market for baker's yeast is large, both in the artisanal and the larger factory setting. And the market for all fermented foods is extremely large. We're focusing B2B to start, with adoption strategies mainly based around free trials. Yeah.
Thank you, Cameron. Thank you very much for the presentation. Yeah. Yes, of course, big applause. And now let's start questions. Are there any? Yes, on the
Okay, that's Michela Petronio from Barilla Corporate Ventures. So which is your, I would say, competitive angles compared to big corporates that are already in this space, already selling cultures, already selling products to bakeries?
Yeah, we both provide a positive ROI instantly to the baked good producer because they can remove the additives. So there's an instant ROI for them. They also are able to provide a healthier product for the end consumer with just one change. And the cultures that are available now can't provide that. Basically, that's why there's additives in most of the baked goods that are made in a factory setting.
Thank you. And we have here a second question.
Anne-Marie Butler with Edlong. My question is around how far along in the process are you in terms of validating this and testing it and go to market?
Yeah, so we did a beta launch with 20 of the well-known bakers in the United States. We received excellent customer indicators. They all wanted to buy it. We're in the process of scaling up manufacturing now to enter the market. We only started 9 months ago, so the process has been pretty quick. And we already have the patent pending on the blend of microbes that we're using.
Thank you.
Hi, Andres Anton from Tomorrow's Bites. It's just not clear to me yet how is it more sustainable than alternatives?
Yeah, so the sustainability part comes in with where there's only natural fermentation available for fermented foods. So like cacao, coffee, a lot of the flavor, but also a lot of the food loss comes from uncontrolled fermentations. Right now, food producers are left to use time and temperature to try and control the fermentation. But as the climate changes, a lot of that food gets over-fermented or gets uncontrolled properly. And the fermentations run away, and you have to throw away the whole batch after it gets contaminated.
Okay, just a brief question, if there's any. 25 seconds. Very quick one. What's your team?
Yeah, we have a team of both experts in the microbiome space. Myself, I have a PhD in microbiology and computational biology, but also people with expertise in the culinary and operational space, backed by prior expertise in selling microbes as products.
Thank you, Cameron. Thank you very much. Yes, I can take that. Was Cameron, and now it's time for Mariano Oto, CEO, NUCAPS. Hello. Welcome. Remote for the presentation. Good luck.
Hello. NUCAPS improves your health as we help to produce better food, drinks, and supplement by making bioactive compounds stable, easy to absorb, healthy, and natural. NUCAPS is an international biotech company that develops and produces a new kind of functional ingredients with improved properties in terms of nutrition, taste, and cost to achieve a real impact on human health. Diet-related illnesses, heart disease, obesity, and overweight, diabetes, are now the main cause of death in the world. More than 20% of deaths are linked to a poor diet. And this is increasing the demand of functional food, diet supplements, and probiotics. But actual technologies do not give solution for oral intake of healthy substances. The results have a bad taste, or low stability, or have no real effect on health, and they are extremely expensive. And now we bring an innovative solution, microencapsulation with proteins. This protein coating makes microcapsules natural carriers of the ingredients, providing a controlled release and full absorption. And microcapsules are made solely of food proteins. They do not include additives, preservatives, sugars, or synthetic materials. NUCAPS increases the absorption by up to 30 times. Can be done for 70% less cost than with any other current technology. We can increase the life from days to months, and we make possible the incorporation of this ingredient into food matrices, giving thermal resistance to industrial processing. The technology has been fully validated, protected, and scaled up using conventional facilities. The final product is a very smooth powder that can be suspended in any liquid or incorporated into any food or supplement. We are a B2B company for food manufacturers. We have 3 lines, proprietary ingredients to reduce salt and sugar, healthy aging, and weight management, then tailor-made ingredients for companies, and then the license for manufacturers. Although our technology has application in different verticals, from pharma to cosmetics, we have decided to focus on food and nutrition for the market validation, and the scale-up and the regulation were easier. And we have developed products in 17 countries. As examples of our ingredients, we have Nucla, a natural product that allows the reduction till 40% in the quantity of sodium in food without the client noticing that it's a product low in salt, with a low price and a clean label, or probiotics adapted to food formulation, resisting thermal processing of the industry, keeping the bacteria alive and stable in the food. Here are some examples of a project for clients. We have a great scientific team with 7 doctors really involved in improving health through nutrition. We are a company based in Spain, and our main shareholders are a private university and a food tech center. We are trying to grow as a company, and this is NUCAPS. We made possible the incorporation of any bioactive or bacteria into any food, drink, or supplement in a natural way. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mariano, for your presentation. I can take the remote, so it will not disturb you. Now let's start Q&A session. Do we have a first question? Yes, on the left.
Hello, Mariano.
Hi, Riccardo.
My question is, what are your main challenges as a company, and how do you stand out in a competitive space that is somehow crowded from what I know?
Yeah, our main challenge is to grow as a company, getting higher industrial capacity. We have 2 manufacturing partners in Spain, another one in Canada, but we need to grow faster. Because, for example, a salt reduction alternative that is very easy is a common salt with a controlled release in mouth, and the price is even like salt, and it's common salt, marine salt. Now we need a bigger industrial capacity for supplying our clients.
Thank you so much.
How about health claims? Do you need them, or what can you say about your products, or what your customers can say about some benefits?
In Europe, in the space of probiotics, for example, we just can say it's containing probiotics. You know, health claims are not allowed in food industry. In salt, we can claim it's low in salt. In nougat, we can say it's low in sugar. And then with the vitamins, we are also encapsulated vitamins, antioxidants, polyphenols, and there are some health claims that can be applied to.
So there is a chance you could get some official health claims as well?
The substance we are encapsulated has the health claim. What we are doing is to increase the bioavailability, the absorption. So we are sure that the right quantity of this compound is going to be in your blood and having effect on your health. So the health claim is inside the capsules.
We have time for a last question. 30 seconds.
You didn't really answer the question about your position versus the other players in the encapsulation. It is a bit crowded, huh?
It is, but you know, most of them are using lipids. That is very expensive. It's 20 times cheaper than our encapsulation process. In the pharma industry, we are competing against microplastics. You know, the problem with microplastics is real, and we are half price compared. And with the probiotics, we are less than half price to lyophilized bacteria because we are not freezing them. We are encapsulated the bacteria in fresh and spray drying, so it's much cheaper than the actual players in the market.
Thank you, Mariano, for answering questions. Thank you very much. Big applause for Mariano. Okay, our last contestant is ready to hit the stage, so please give him a big applause in the entrance. Nurlan Abdrassilov, CEO and founder, NutritionPro. Hello, Nurlan. This is remote for the presentation. You have 3 minutes. Good luck.
Yeah. Hi, guys. At NutritionPro, we are on the journey of building of making the healthy, personalized nutrition as convenient as possible. Look, I'm an IT guy. I love eating healthy. So, but eating healthy, trying to cook everything, trying to calculate everything, it's really hard, time-consuming, and it's even expensive. So I tried different kind of meal prep services. But meal prep services, you can't actually configure them. The recipes, they repeat themselves very much, and also they lack of quality. So I started digging into the meal prep services industry. The industry is huge. Only Europe is currently already at 20 billion euro, and it's served by very, very small players. And this is the reason of having very low quality. There is no possibility to do personalization and so on. So we started working with that. What we built is we connected industrial kitchens to the big demand. So the demand is huge. It's like 20 billion euro in Europe. We connected to big industrial kitchens. Think of industrial kitchens as companies that do for airlines, for trains, for hospitals, and so on. So they produce the meals, and delivery companies delivers the food. So as a result, we have unlimited capacity for production, for delivery, and so on. Second, we have much higher quality for lower price of production. And we provide them, currently we provide for our consumers 2,500 recipes, so it's like very, very customizable. We started the journey in 2020. First year we did roughly 300K, and then we kept growing. Last year we did 7 million euro revenue. Currently we are we went to 12 cities, 2 countries right now. In terms of the product, we started from meals in the beginning. Now we're adding vitamins, probiotics, and other products to provide full nutrition in a very convenient way. What we are actually, in terms of product building, is we are building an ultimate solution for nutrition to achieve longevity, to be as active as possible, as long as possible, basically. And the goal is to make it, we have an engine that works directly with the customer data and the production data. And the goal is to make it as convenient as possible for the consumers and as profitable as possible for the big, large production companies. We are EBITDA positive in the Czech Republic. We are growing in Poland, currently raising Series A. So I welcome to have a meal. We have a booth there, so I welcome to any questions.
Thank you, Nurlan, for your presentation. Okay, let's start questions.
Hi. So can you be a little bit more specific about the user experience? So who's ordering what and the supply chain behind that? So this is a subscription or one-shot order, so how does it work?
Yeah, so typical user is, for example, an IT guy that wants to eat healthy. So he puts an order from our website. It's very customizable, and you can customize it afterwards also. And the order automatically goes directly to the big production companies. It separates into different productions, like salads, cook only the salads production, and so on and so on. And then we send also the automatic order for delivery, and delivery picks it up and sends it to the user, and user puts the rating. And
so the kitchen can really customize one single meal?
The entire process is done by the algorithm. We create the diet plan so it's profitable. We have maximum 12 SKUs per production, and we separate them. Currently, the algorithm in this volume is automating the work of roughly 50 people. Is doing all these customizations, production planning, and everything.
Thank you.
Who are the people who are preparing the food? Like, who are these kitchens? Are restaurants, are caterings, or are something that are owned by NutritionPro?
Yeah, this is the main difference, is that we work with big, large industrial kitchens. They're like 1,000 plus production lines. They cook usually for airlines, trains, hospitals, and so on. They have a lot of stale capacities. It was actually like obvious solution. Like, there is a big demand, and they have limited capacities, and we just sent it to big production. Yeah.
You have industrial kitchens, you have logistics, a lot of costs. What's your gross margin?
Currently 28%.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. We have 15 seconds, so there will be no time for question and answering, but I believe all questions were asked. Thank you very much.
I just welcome startups for collaboration. We do quite a lot of volume of meals, so I've seen a lot of startups that we can collaborate, so welcome to our booth.
Thank you. Thank you, Nurlan, for your presentation. Thank you for being with us. Thank you.